Netflix, FX, HBO, and a host of other networks and partners dropped C after the Expos.
Only 48 hours after the New York Times broke the story about C's deviant behaviors toward women, his career started to fall apart. An appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert got cancelled. The premiere of his newest film, I Love You, Daddy, didn't happen, and the distribution company, The Orchard, cut ties with C. FX Networks ended their relationship with C. and his production company, Pig Newton. HBO dropped him from their special, A Night of Too Many Stars. Netflix canceled his comedy special, and TBS canceled his animated show, The Cops.
Some episodes of Louie now feel more like ominous confessionals.
Former fans of C point to some of the disturbing scenes and episodes of his TV show Louie in the wake of his sex scandal. For example, in the 2014 episode Pamela, Part 1, Pamela says to C, "Don't jerk off. I'm awake." Later in the same episode, C forces himself on Pamela after she expresses her disinterest in him and tries to leave his home. The New York Times broke the stories about C. Critics feel this episode plays more like a confessional. In another episode of Louie, Come On God, C appears on Fox News to debate a spokeswoman for Christians against masturbation. He defends the practice, saying, "Well, it's easy, it's fun, and nobody gets hurt." He finishes his defense by saying, "I'm a good citizen, I'm a good father, I recycle, and I masturbate. And later I'm going to masturbate and think about you, and there's nothing you can do about it." When the episode was released in 2011, these lines sounded innocuous at best, a little weird at worst. After all of C's behavior came to light, however, they feel ominous and menacing.
S film I Love You, Daddy recreates his predatory behavior.
Even before the New York Times Expos, people were talking about an uncomfortable masturbation scene in C's film, I Love You, Daddy. The film, which C wrote, directed, and starred in, addressed the uncomfortable topic of sexual predatory behaviors in Hollywood. Once the Times piece was released, one scene in particular became even more disturbing. There is a scene in the film in which C's character, Glenn, is talking to an actress, Grace, he is interested in on both a professional and personal level on the phone. Glenn's friend Ralph Charlie Day comes in while Glenn is on the phone and asks him to put Grace on speakerphone. Ralph then mimes jerking off as Grace continues talking. Glenn's female producing partner Eddie Falco enters the room, and Ralph continues the inappropriate mime, intensifying his actions.
Roseanne Barr called C out a year before the Times Expos.
Before the New York Times broke the story about C's 5 accusers, Roseanne Barr dimed out C for masturbating in front of helpless women. In an interview discussing men in the film, television, and comedy industry taking advantage of women sexually, Barr commented that some of the biggest comics, males, are doing some terrible things, and they are about to get busted. She added that female comics are frequently victims of male misogyny. During the interview, Barr decided to name names, and she stated, "It's Louis C. locking the door and masturbating in front of women comics and writers. I can't tell you, I've heard so many stories."
Industry rumors floated about C's perversion for years.
The rumors surrounding C. Predatory have encircled the comedy industry for years. In 2012, Gawker published an article titled, "Which beloved comedian likes to force female comics to watch him jerk off?" At the time, as his exploits were unconfirmed. However, it nailed one of C's notorious encounters 5 years before the New York Times broke the story. The article recounted the incident where a funny man got nude and masturbated in front of 2 female comedians at the Aspen Comedy Festival. This account by Gawker later lined up with the reports of Dana Min Goodman and Julia Wolov.
Released a statement admitting to the accusations, minimized his actions by calling it consensual.
Released a statement admitting to the accusations, minimized his actions by calling it consensual.
A 5th accuser said C. frequently masturbated in front of her when they worked on the Chris Rock show.
A 5th accuser said C. frequently masturbated in front of her when they worked on the Chris Rock show.
Comedian Rebecca Corry said C. asked if he could masturbate in front of her when the 2 worked together.
Comedian Rebecca Corry said C. asked if he could masturbate in front of her when the 2 worked together.
He made comedians Dana Min Goodman and Julia Wolov watch him masturbate.
He made comedians Dana Min Goodman and Julia Wolov watch him masturbate.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.